All right, welcome to our first video inside TouchDesigner. If you don't already have it open, you can go ahead and open TouchDesigner now. If you do have it open, you should see something just like this, a little sample network. This is an image of some jelly beans being displaced to make this fun little wavy thing. But for now, we can delete all of this. We can hold down Shift and hold down the left mouse button and drag, highlight everything, and then use backspace to delete all of those operators. So what I'm going to be talking about right now are the different operator families. If you're already familiar with that, you can probably skip this video. But if you're not, I'm just going to give a very surface level description of the operators. You can find much more in-depth descriptions in other tutorials or on Derivative's website, but I'm just kind of going to go over it in a way that applies to what we're going to be working on with audio reactivity. And of course, you don't have to memorize all of this now. You'll start getting a better understanding of it as you just work with them, but I'm just going over it for now so you kind of have an idea of what we're looking at and working with. So you can open the OP Create dialog by either double clicking your left mouse button or hitting Tab. The first family that shows up is the top family, which means texture operator. And these handle stuff with like pixels and images, anything like 2D visual. So for example, there's the video device in. This is like my webcam, it's selected. And then we could take that video and do other stuff with it. There's also the movie file in top, which we saw in that example network. This is what you would use to load in an image or a video from a specified location in your computer. Then there's the chop family, which means channel operator. So these are things that handle data and information that's like not visual. For example, audio. There's all these audio chops. And that's mostly what we're going to be using chops for, is analyzing audio to make things audio reactive. There's the audio file in chop, where from somewhere on our computer we can load in a song or something, whatever we want to make reactive visuals to. We could go into an audio device out, which would be whatever speakers you are using, and then you could connect these to that's how you do that. But more on that later. The next family are SOPs. These are surface operators. So this is like the 3D world of things. There's like a tube where it's a tube shape, a 3D tube. We could make it a long tube. And then there's also SOPs that just do stuff to other SOPs. So like twist. We can twist up our tube. We're going to use these a bit for just generating visuals. There's the pop family, point operators, which we're not going to use. And if you don't have this, that's okay, because it was a fairly recent addition to TouchDesigner, like almost a year ago. These are also mostly 3D things. It's just handled differently with points instead of surfaces. I'm not too hip to what's going on with that, but that's pops. And then there's mats. These are materials. So this is how we could like give a color to a 3D object like a SOP or a pop. We could make like a nice blue color for something. I'm going to use that just a little bit in these videos. And then there's DATs, and these are data. So for example, we could import like a CSV file full of values that we would want to use in a visual or something. Also, a lot of other operators might have a DAT attached to them with kind of some information about like what's going on in the operator, but we won't touch those too much either. And then there's comps, and these are they're components. So that's kind of like a container of stuff that you can use to do other stuff. It's a terrible description. There's a geometry comp, for example, and if we zoom into it, go inside it, there's a torus inside it, which is effectively a placeholder inside the comp. Maybe we could open the animation comp, which contains a few chops and some DATs. And so most comps are just like a collection of other operators that we can use to accomplish something else. And so that's it for the operator dialog. But over here, there's the palette. If you don't see it, you can open it with this button. And this is a bunch of other tools that Derivative made, and it comes natively with TouchDesigner. So like here under tools, there's a lot of different things that we could import, and these are like pre-built networks. If you zoom in, go inside it, you can see there's a lot of tops and some chops and DATs all doing stuff. There's a UI on it, so there's like this nice little panel where you can see what you're doing. There's also like image filters, pixelate. We could use to just pixelate an image. If we took my video device and connected those, which you just do by dragging from this little point here, then I am pixelated. Also, yeah, just a little bit more on that. Signal flows in TouchDesigner from left to right, so it's like going this direction through whatever operators you're using. This video device is going into this pixelate tool. We could then go out to some other top, and it's always going from left to right. So yeah, that's it for this video. You can go ahead and continue on to 1.3, and we're gonna make some audio reactive visuals, just start getting a feeling of how we might make things audio reactive in TouchDesigner.